Hello and welcome to this video tutorial. Today we're looking at using constants in a Microsoft Excel worksheet. One of the benefits of constants is that they're not actually going to appear in the worksheet, and so they'll be hidden from view of anybody who doesn't know very much about Excel. Now you only want to use constants for things that are sort of fixed values. So I have a calculator here for the retail value or the retail price of some in-store sale items. And the markup on these is going to be 150%. So let's see how we're going to set this constant up. We're going firstly to formulas and then we're going to define name. And here I'm going to type markup. And here, instead of referring to in-store sales and a specific cell, I'm going to type my markup percentage, which is 150%, and then I'll just click OK. So now we have a constant that we can refer to in our formulas. So I'm just going to click here in the retail price, and I'm going to calculate the retail price, which is equal to this cell here, which is our wholesale price, multiplied by 1 plus our markup. And you'll see as soon as I start typing markup, it comes in as a prompt value, so I can just add it. That's my markup. That's my constant value being available to me as I'm typing my formula. I'll just add my closing bracket and press enter. Now, because this markup is a constant and not a value in a cell, we don't have to use special references, so we don't have to use absolute references. We can just copy this all the way down the column. Now, of course, you can come back later and look at your constants by going into the name manager. You'll see here's our markup with our value, and this would be editable. Now, in some instances, you might have markups, but you might have two different markup values. So I might have a constant markup value for online sales, which is different to my in-store sales. Let's see how we do that. I'm going to click here on Define Name. And I'm also going to call this one markup. But the scope of this markup is going to be limited to the online sales only. And so now I'm going to type in my value for online sales, which is 120%. So the markup is different on this particular worksheet. So now my formula is going to be exactly the same, but because I'm working on the online sales worksheet, the value for markup is going to be pulled from the markup constant that I set up for this sheet alone. So that's different to the one in the in-store sales. So here I'll go to the worksheet markup. This is the markup that I set up for use on this worksheet alone. And then I'll just put a closing bracket. So this is the online sales markup rather than the in-store markup. And you'll see that the price here is $55. I can copy this down just as we did with the earlier version, but have a look. The retail price of the item for online sales is $55. For in-store sales, it's $62.50 because we have different constants for each of them. So you can have constants with the exact same name. You just have to specify whether its limit is the local worksheet or it's available for everything else in the workbook. And you can have multiple constants for your worksheets as well. It's just a really nice way of using set values, things that are not going to change over time and that you just want to set up a constant for and then just use the word instead of having to find a place on a worksheet to put values like that so that they can be used inside formulas, and certainly not putting them inside formulas as a fixed number. That's not a really smart thing to do. If you like carefully researched content like this, clearly presented in a step-by-step format so that you can get great results every time, then you'll love my other YouTube videos. So give this video a thumbs up and click to subscribe to the channel. And on the screen now, you'll see a video that I've handpicked for you to watch next.